This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hello everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Yeah, I'm wrapped up like a mummy. But what can get me out of bed after a major surgeries? There's only one thing that can get me out. Well, a few things, but I'll tell you this much. Gene and all the wonderful people over at GMT, I want to thank you so much for sending me a bunch of games. And today I got something really interesting, which after all the surgery I've been through, it's actually something that cheered me up. And it's something that really blew me away. If you're a fan of Thunder Alley, which I am, okay, well, how about Thunder Alley in an apocalypse setting? Sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? Sounds like something you've been waiting for quite some time. It was enough to get me out of bed to do this review after reading this phenomenal book and getting excited about this and hopefully doing a live play very soon. But the most important thing is, let's go down, take a look. I'm going to do the best I can to show you this. Okay, I've only got one arm, but we'll do the best and we'll get through this, and then I'll come back and give you my final thoughts on what I think is just a must-have in your collection, Apocalypse Road. Okay, I'm not going to go over every roll. I'm going to do the best I can with one arm here. But you're going to get 4 tracks. They're going to be 2 on each side. This one's Springfield, Ohio. This one's Washington, D.C. And we're going to try to open this up a little bit. Mexico, and they're all fantastic maps. But definitely, I wanted to show at least a map off here. Now, this plays a lot like Thunder Alley. So what you're going to do is you have your race deck, and you're going to fill your hand with 6 cards. They're going to have different types of movement here. Now, as you can see, you're going to add this to your movement. You're going to have your team card, okay? With anywhere from 5 to 10 players, you're going to be playing with 4 cars. With 2 to 4, I believe you play with 5 cards. Your speed here is 8, and then it's going to tell you what your weapon is. These boxes here are actually damage boxes. So as you take damage, you are going to, of course, get wounds. It doesn't affect anything, but what happens is once you get your 6 damage, your car is taken off the map. It is destroyed, and you are going to claim a victory point. You've got tons of different teams, and they're all glorious. Lake Erie, you've got, where are these guys? Extreme Hazard from the Antarctica. Orlando, Florida, okay? That's all right, right? Because I'm a Florida guy. St. Louis, Missouri, London, England. They're all from all over the world. Now, there's a whole bunch of ones here. California, Wisconsin. So you've got enough to play with a ton of people. And of course, hey, we're represented by Tampa here. Okay, glorious, right? It plays a lot. The movement is pretty much just like the Thunder Alley. What you're going to do is you're going to have your movement here for a certain card, and then when you play a card, you're going to have 6 cards in your hand, and you're going to add this number to it. So we would have 10 movement. Okay. Now also there, as you can see, this one says ram movement. Okay, so you could take your car, for instance, number 64 here, and ram it right into there. Then what's going to happen is you're going to draw a card. You're going to draw a combat card when you ram, and you're going to compare what you do. So combat is very simple. Now, when you ram a car, you're going to do 4 hit points to the person that you hit, but you're also going to do a hit point of damage to yourself. So maybe that's not always the way that you want to do things. Combat is very, very simple, and it's done very, very well. But before we get to that, I kind of want to show you some of the things. You can do line movement, you can do solo movement. Line movement, of course, is anytime that you're in a line, you can take a certain amount of cars with you. Okay, and they're going to follow you at no cost to the other cars. So if you have a bunch of your cars together, with one turn, you can really move your cars pretty far. The way you win is you're going to be trying to get victory points. It's not a race. It's basically you're trying to destroy the other car for a victory point, and you're trying to get as many of your cars across the finish line as many times, because every time you get a car across the finish line, you are going to get a victory point. Okay? You're going to keep grabbing these and putting these on your card until you have what the required amount is. For a short game, it's 12. For a long game, it's 15. Now let's get to combat, okay? And I also want to show you something else here. There, in these movement cards, okay, there's a little symbol here. There, if you ever get that symbol, you're going to draw one of these movement events. And it could be good, it could be bad. So it adds even more strategy, you know, because you don't know what you're going to have. The active card draws the top race card and moves solo that many moves. So it could help you, or there's things that can hurt you or hurt your group. So it adds this level of complexity and strategy, which is fantastic. But not only that, but you're going to be shooting at each other, okay? So for instance, we have 64 here, okay? And that car has an auto cannon front, okay? We're going to be shooting at this car here, which has a 3. So all you have to do is match this little number here, okay? Because all the cars are marked, all right? And this little number here is kind of their defense value, okay? Their armor. So, for instance, let's make it a little more simpler, so hopefully I draw the right card. If this car was right here, and we were firing it with number 64 here, with an auto cannon front, okay, what we would do is we'd grab a combat card, because I couldn't shuffle these, so I'm going to dig deep here. Okay, great. We were able to do 3. That beats their defense value. They have an auto cannon, okay? Our auto cannon is going to hit them for 2 hit points. Simple combat system. So what would happen is they would get 2 damage on their car. You can ram, like I showed you earlier, and you could do damage. You'll be doing damage to yourself, but also other cars. But the idea is to get these cars off. Now, the minute a car goes off, you are able to bring another car in if you have cars available. So, you know, you have your 8 cars, you know, your bunch of cars here. You know, you start out with 5. If a car gets blown up, or if you run out of cars, you just keep on playing. Okay, if you have like 2 cars left on the track, you still get the same number of race cards, so you don't lose cards for that thing. You keep on going. The winner is with the most victory points. This is brilliant. Let's go up top and get my final thoughts on this fantastic game from GMT, Apocalypse Road. This is something I've been waiting for a very, very long time. This is glorious, okay? This is just glorious. First of all, the nice thing about it, if you have Grand Prix or Thunder Alley, you can interject the maps, and it tells you on the back on page 13. There's only 13 pages to this rule book. There's not a lot of pages to this rule book, okay? But everything is just clean. It's simple. It's smart. It's everything that you're looking for. This really does so many things. It reminds me of so many other things, but it does it so clean that I really enjoy it. You know, you're racing, but you're not racing. You're trying to get over the line to get victory points. And you know, a short game 12, long game 15. I love the combat system. You draw a card, you compare the number to the small number on the vehicle. If it beats that, then you go down and you check, you know, depending on what you had for a weapon and so forth and so on, and how that all works out. It does so many great things. And, you know, there's a fair amount of strategy involved. All right, do I try to take out every car, or do I try to get around as fast as I can and sacrifice certain cars? I like how the first player marker moves over to it can never stay with the same person more than once, and it always goes to the one with the most damage. So at least he gets a couple final shots off, which again plays into the strategy of the whole game. This is beautiful. It's fantastic. It is a must-have. I suggest you go to GMT and you get it. The quality, it's off the charts. I mean, it's GMT. The quality is always off the charts. And just another fantastic, beautiful experience from our good friends at GMT. So you got me out of my hospital bed, basically, because I'm laid up. I had double surgery to review this fantastic game. And I still got the armbands. That shows you how excited I am about that. And a couple of other surprises that you're going to see early next week that we're going to tape today, because, I mean, GMT is just killing it. And they do a fantastic job at it. So Apocalypse Road, a must-have. It should be coming out soon. Look for it at Miniature Market. Go to GMT site, pick it up. I'm telling you, this is a must-have if you are a fan of Thunder Alley or any kind of Car Wars or any kind of apocalyptic racing game. I'm telling you, this is something very enjoyable, a lot of fun. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon.